What's up YouTube, this is Mathos97 and welcome back to my SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 General Manager mode. As you can see, we are here in Little Rock, Arkansas. We're gonna have Tori Wilson conduct her first heel turn. That is right, the big show of heel turns in this series. Tori Wilson, she's turning heel because, well, let's just take a quick look at the rivalry. So last episode we saw that the Mickie James and Melina rivalry fell through again because I did the... Actually, no. Did I even put it back together? Maybe that's why it didn't show up. No, I put it back together. I did. So, we did the Fatal 4-Way and it fell apart because I think I did the exact same rivalry. So that was on me. I will admit that. But this one did not fall through. So that can continue on for the future. I decided to throw Melina into this cheating girlfriend storyline with Nitro and Matt Hardy. It's a 5-star storyline, so hopefully that'll start boosting the popularity of Nitro and Hardy. But unfortunately, that means that Mickie James does not have a rival. The Melina-Mickie rivalry, it just wasn't working. Obviously this was a sign for something. The fans didn't want to see it. And since Trish and Lita are currently occupied with each other, that leaves Tori Wilson. So we're going to go ahead and make a mixed tag team matchup. Matt Hardy is going to team with Tori Wilson to take on Nitro and Melina. And Tori Wilson, I guess, is going to turn her back on Hardy. So Nitro and Melina will hopefully get the win there. And that sparks Tori's heel turn. Will transition into a rivalry against Mickie James. That's the plan anyways. So last episode, I know we saw Taker and... well, we did this whole spiel. We decided to double up on that episode, which means that I don't currently have a plan for Taker versus Cena. So I'm going to come up with one real quick, and I will see you in a moment. So this week for our main event, we are going to go ahead and do the 6-man tag. Should I do an elimination? Well, I mean, the last couple of episodes, the matches themselves have been kind of short. But then again, it's a 6-man tag, so there could be a lot of breakups involved. For now, we'll just do a normal Tornado 6-man tag. I'm never going to do a normal tag team matchup. They're always going to be Tornado if I plan on playing them, because the tag team mechanics kind of suck. They always have. They've always been bad in WWE games. So we're going to go ahead and combine our major rivalries. So the tag team champs, I guess they should be on the other side because the champs should come out last, because tradition, something that WWE apparently doesn't understand, that champions come out last and not first, unless you're John Cena. Otherwise you always come out first. So we're gonna combine our rivalries. It's gonna be John Cena, The Undertaker, and Shawn Michaels teaming up. What did I just do? The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels forming a giant super team to take on the tag team champs and the WWE Champion. This is going to be a blockbuster main event. So that'll be cool to see. The fans should enjoy that one. We've got our mixed tag team matchup already set in place. We've got the handicap matchup to work on later. For now, we are also going to throw together a... let's see. I've already done... like, trying to find new iterations to do all of these things is just sometimes a bit tricky. So we already did a tag team matchup. I'm not going to throw them into another tag team match. Who do I have left on the inactive stuff? So we've got JBL and Super Crazy are going to be in the handicap stuff. Mickie probably is going to be in the handicap match as well, just to kind of fill space there. Actually, what I could do, since Mickey's not doing anything, and we kind of need to have a match between Lita and Trish. Lita, she defended her title last week, so this week, she's going to get a matchup with Mickie James. Or if Mickie can win, then maybe we'll make it a triple threat for the women's title, because we've already proven that multi-man matches work for this feud, just not for the classy versus trashy that I tried to do before. So I guess maybe that's just a feud that I need to avoid overall. But for now, we're going to have Lita take on Mickie James with Trish in her corner. It's a way to try to add some diversity in there, since Mickie otherwise wouldn't have been doing anything. And hey, if she gets a win, that'll be a bit of boost to her popularity, and she can even earn herself a women's championship matchup. So that's pretty cool. Always have to go back to double check the inactive. This is just a good way to see who hasn't been booked yet, just as a pro GM mode tip. So I'm going to do a similar thing to what I did last week with the whole Undertaker and Orton thing. And since these are 4-week rivalries, this works out even better to my benefit. So we're going to have Mr. Kennedy take on the Intercontinental Champion Rey Mysterio. And we are going to have Eddie Guerrero manage Kennedy. We're going to have Rey Mysterio, Mick Foley manage Rey Mysterio. And you know what? If Kennedy can win, if Kennedy defeats Mysterio in this matchup, we are going to have a fatal 4-way for the Intercontinental Championship at Backlash. So that's a big stipulation. Guerrero. Well, actually, that would actually be interesting to see in terms of lining people up with matches, because if you're the manager in that situation, if you're Foley, you want to help Mysterio get the win, but if you're Guerrero, do you really want Kennedy to win because you're already #1 contender? So we've got the handicap match left. Unfortunately, that leaves us out of we've got a, what do I do now? That's gonna leave us with a blank space. So maybe I wanted to double book this, that's what I'm gonna do. So we're just gonna reorganize this. So we're gonna save the stipulation match for later on. That'll be the second match. So this is gonna be Rey Mysterio with Mick in his corner, taking on Mr. Kennedy with Eddie Guerrero in his corner. So we'll see how that one plays out. And then our opening match is going to be the handicap nonsense. There's no way that this is actually going to get a match on the Backlash card. Super crazy. He's just going to bring down the ratings, so that's not going to happen. JBL probably can, because he'll be hopefully at a 71 by then. And we're going to throw in Chavo, and who was left over? I have forgotten who was left over. Oh, no one. No one's left over. So I guess, you know what, Mickey, you can double up. Mickie James, we want to boost your popularity, so there you go. And plus, Mickie James has been on a bit of a losing streak, so this gives her double the opportunity to get, well, she'll guaranteed get a victory in this handicap matchup. And if she loses there, well then hopefully her popularity doesn't fall, and she'll kind of just stay where she is. Or should I just make this a one-on-one? Did I ever do Trish versus Lita one-on-one? First week I didn't, that was a tag team. Second week, it was, no, they were managers. Third week was the women's title. Actually, no, I didn't. So you know what? I'm going to pull Mickie from this match. Unfortunately, this means that she's not going to get her shot at the title. But technically, Trish never defeated Lita. So Lita, or I should say Trish, really should earn her championship shot. So hopefully she beats Lita in this match tonight. If she loses, maybe we'll make it a multi-person matchup anyway. I'm not entirely sure how to fix that. I just have to hope that Trish wins, because otherwise we have a women's championship, which in terms of the game, it kind of has to happen for the rivalry to advance. But from the continuity of the viewer's perspective, it is a bit weird. But anyway, what match am I going to play this time? Kind of want to play that match to help Trish win. But realistically, I think we should do the 6-man tag, because that's where the money's at. Got all of our top superstars there. That's what we're going to do. We're going to play the 6-man tag. He's going to toss me outside of the ring. Oh my god, super crazy. He's dead. He's dead. JBL just killed him. That's the way to write him off. No, now he's in a suit. It's main event time, 6-man tag team action as we await the arrival of the Superman of WWE himself, the man, the myth, the legend, John Cena. The leader of the Chain Gang is here on Monday Night Raw, looking to team up with not only The Undertaker, but Shawn Michaels as well, to take on the Tag Team Champs and the WWE Champion on the same match. This is a huge opportunity for someone like John Cena, who currently isn't in the WWE Championship picture, but if Cena and Undertaker and Shawn Michaels could get the win here tonight, you'd have to think that Cena's name would be thrown into the mix as well. It's just a matter of who you associate yourself with. You associate yourself with greatness, you associate yourself with the #1 contender, and eventually, over time, you will get your name out there, your name will be thrown into the hat, and eventually you can get your own shot at the WWE Championship. And that not only holds true for John Cena, but it holds true for The Undertaker as well. The thing in this matchup is Taker, Cena, and Michaels, in the 2006 GM mode, they all were originally superstars of Monday Night Raw. Whereas Edge, Orton, and Triple H, they were superstars on SmackDown. And now they were brought over to Raw, trying to take over their territory, take over their turf, steal their championships. And Team Raw, they will not stand for this. And the team captain, as I suppose you could call him for this matchup, is now making his way to the ring. Well, that's one thing that I did like about SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 was that you had the Captain's Fall tag team matchup elimination. That was really cool. So if you pinned the team captain, it was over. But if you pinned anybody else, the match could keep going. And as well as that, we now no longer have the table triple threat tornado tag matches, nor do we have the ladder triple threat tornado tag matches. I honestly don't understand why those matches were dropped going into this game. Maybe picking up the Money in the Bank match was too much for the whole tag team ladder match thing to even, I don't know, maybe it took up too much space. I don't understand why they had to drop it. The same with tables. Did, like, the Elimination Chamber was in 2006, wasn't it? Maybe it wasn't. Maybe the Elimination Chamber, Money in the Bank being added, took up the rest of the memory and it got the other matches kicked out. I really don't know what could have caused it to do that. That's like the only explanation that I could think of, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's the correct one. I could be completely wrong in that regard, and maybe they just thought that it would be a good idea to kick out the tag team tables and the 3 team tables and ladder matches. I honestly don't know. I don't know why they would take it out. Those were cool matches, but they just didn't stick with them for whatever reason. And here comes the other half of the WWE Tag Team Champions. It is the Viper, WWE's Apex Predator, the Legend Killer, Randy Orton. Of course, Edge and Orton, in the 2006 GM Mode series, they weren't really allies. They kind of kept their distance from one another. Edge, he was a pretty successful superstar in his own right. He was tag team champions with Chris Jericho at one point. They had a pretty solid tag team run there. Unless I'm thinking of Christian, which, pretty sure it was Edge and Jericho. It was Edge and Jericho. Christian was the Cruiserweight champion. I mean, Edge and Christian, they did have a brief run as a tag team, but unless it was like first thing in the series, I don't recall them capturing tag team gold. Edge, on the other hand, he did have a pretty substantial reign with Chris Jericho as the tag team champions. They did a good job holding the titles there, but they did not hold the titles nearly as long as this man, Triple H, held his World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, Triple H, his legendary reign spanned across the entire series for SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 GM Mode, and as you can see, Triple H is dressed in a suit tonight. He didn't know that he had to compete. He thought he was going to be coming out here and, you know, just managing these tag team champions to victory, but instead, the general manager decided to put Triple H in this matchup. Triple H was not ready to compete, but now he must. He must compete in his suit. He's suited and booted, but he's got to compete in the ring, whether he likes it or not. Shoot, why did I... Oh, no! So the match is underway. John Cena. Oh, God, frame rate. Oh, gotta love the PlayStation 2 whole... Oh, man, this is just... Oh, if you... Okay, there we go. We're back. Oh, man, that was just... That was just... that was a trip. A trip that was. So as we can see right now, The Undertaker going after Triple H. Randy Orton and John Cena are going at it, and Shawn Michaels and Edge. Oh, there it is again. Just gotta get through the frame rate. It's okay, we got it. Okay, we're not quite there. Are we gonna? Oh man, this is quality gaming, quality PlayStation 2 gaming right here. Oh my God, I forgot I was Shawn Michaels for a moment. Oh God, ref, get out of the way. Ah, if I could just grab the person, if their frame rate wasn't just derping all over the place. I'm surprised that I never had that problem in SmackDown vs. Raw 2000. Wait, that was a glitch? Randy Orton was just inside the referee. And I know that sounds dirty, but that was actually quite literal. Randy Orton was literally, like, in the exact same location as that referee. As in, the referee did not exist. He was not there. Okay. I'm surprised that I never had this, like, frame rate issue in 2006, though. I don't know what the difference was between the two games. Are the graphics, like, slightly upgraded and that's causing the system to, like, glitch out? I really don't know. You might say, well, why aren't you playing this on an Xbox 360? Because, you know, that's a thing that exists. The Xbox 360 has a copy of this and graphics would be in HD. Well, I don't own an Xbox 360. And I'm not about to buy an Xbox 360 for the sake of one YouTube series. I will not play any other Xbox games other than this. Let's see if I toss Triple H to the outside. Will that improve the frame rate at all? No. No, it's still about the same, I think. Okay, well, we'll have to power through it. I honestly, this actually does kind of shock me. It surprises me a bit. But right now, we've got the #1 contender for the WWE Championship going after the WWE Champion. On the outside, Shawn Michaels. Oh, gut-wrench suplex taking down the game, Triple H. Meanwhile, Randy Orton and John Cena looking to settle their score with the Tag Team Champions. I'm getting a little mixed up here with the controls because of coming from 2006, so back when X was the attack button and square was to, like, get in and out of the ring. Only this year, it's flipped back to something that I'm more familiar with, but it's just I was used to having to play it in sort of a bizarre world. Shawn Michaels with a big time drop kick to the. It's loading up the thing. I thought with the way the referee was pointing, I thought someone had just gotten disqualified, and I was confused because this isn't an elimination tag team matchup. But I'm a wreck right now. Shawn Michaels off the top rope. Oh, crossbody on the game. Triple H cover. Referee 1, 2, 3. Shawn Michaels just pinned the WWE Champion. I was aiming for Edge, but I'll take it. Shawn Michaels nearly halfway across the ring with a crossbody. Triple H never saw it coming, and he was restricted by the suit, by the clothes that he was wearing. He wasn't dressed to compete tonight, and as a result, Shawn Michaels gets the win. Shawn Michaels pins the WWE Champion, and that will earn him his rematch at Backlash for the WWE Championship against Triple H. What a win for Shawn Michaels. What a win for Team Raw. The Raw Originals, Michaels, Cena, and Taker defeat Triple H, Randy Orton, and Edge. Rated RKO. They defeat these outsiders, these SmackDown Originals who came over to Raw trying to take over. Perhaps the tides are changing. Perhaps the times are changing, I should say. The tides are turning. Monday Night Raw, maybe at Backlash, they could look to reclaim what was once theirs, the tag team titles and the WWE Championship. But I guess only time will tell. We'll have to see how things play out at Backlash. But a big victory tonight from Michaels, Cena, and Taker, the contenders, score a big one over the champions. Heading into the pay-per-view, that is going to be huge, critical momentum boost for them. Let's take a look at how the other matches went. Rey Mysterio gets the win over Mr. Kennedy, so it looks like Kennedy and Foley will not get their shots at the Intercontinental Championship. Perhaps you can chalk that up to Eddie Guerrero with a bit of an assist. And Mick Foley gets the win over Guerrero, so perhaps Mick Foley, he might not be getting the shot at Backlash, but could be building himself up for the future. Lita defeats Trish. I was hoping Trish would win, but I guess this means that Trish is just going to get her shot anyway. Maybe I'll come up with something else. Not exactly sure what to do there yet. Nitro and Melina did get the victory. That's good. That's what I was looking for. And, of course, there's the handicap match. Super crazy. Jobbing out. So Backlash is this Sunday. Fan change Raw. Plus 50,000. Yeah, that's right. Get that pre-Backlash hype going. Looks like Umaga's contract is expiring. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted to hit. We wanted main event. Doesn't show us a match rating for it, but it looks like we got 3 stars. SmackDown got 3 stars, so it's always close these weeks. Looks like Kurt Angle defended his title, and we're back to the middle ground. 5 million fans per show, so that's good. We've managed to get back to 0 prior to Backlash, 0 everything out. Time to interfere with other shows? Well, maybe. We'll see how Backlash goes though. So we had a 2.5 star. When the handicap match goes over better than the tag team match, the mixed tag, with your actual superstars. Oh. That's probably just because of the rivalry. Solely, like, strictly the rivalry had to have boosted that to a 2.5 star. Otherwise, there's no way that that should have done any better. That can be the only reason. So we had 2.5, 3 star, 3 star, 3.5. Awesome. And looking at this show, 2 matches weren't even showcased. Okay, guys, what are you doing? Is it a tables match, or let me guess, is it a ladder match? I'm gonna go with table. 6-man tag, elimination tag. Wow, no tables matches and no ladder matches. That's a surprise. Instead, we had a first blood match for the world title, which Kurt Angle retained. Tag titles were retained as well. I'm in shock. I don't think last year we had a single match that wasn't an Iron Man match for 2006. We actually had a show without a table or a ladder match. I don't know how to process this. I don't know what to think. I'm in shock. I thought that was all they were capable of. And we didn't lose a rivalry. Okay. We're off to a good start here. We're picking up some steam. That's awesome. So all of our things, they're looking good. It doesn't seem as though doubling up like I did adds an extra week to the rivalry this year, so I guess I'm gonna have to stop with that. I thought maybe it would give extra boost to the rivalry, but doesn't seem to add any extra fuel or anything like that to the fire. So next time, I'm going to be dividing those whole singles matches up between two separate weeks. Let's take a look at our superstar morale. What are we looking at? JBL probably wants a contract. Oh no, he wants a title shot. Well, yeah, I mean, he is 4-0 because he was in handicap matches the whole time. Kennedy wants a title shot, but he's also been losing. That's a bit of a problem. Yeah, super crazy. Not much I can do there. You were born to lose. I'm sorry. And Taker wants a title shot. Well, you're gonna get one, Taker. I just hope you're not looking for a WWE title match because you're not gonna get it. Not yet. Good popularity, Matt Hardy, still about the same. Mickey James went up a little bit. Chavo's moving up in the world. He's up to a 62. He was at like a 57 when we got him, so that's what I like to see. Progress. JBL moved up to 72. That's awesome. So we are gaining ground in that regard. Good to see. That's what we like to see. These are our champions heading into Backlash. We're going to take a quick look at the Power 25, and then we're going to call it a day. We moved up to number 2, Mysterio to number 3 as well. So we've got 3 superstars in the in the top 5 for the first time in this series. That's awesome. Great to see. John Cena, number 8. So not really losing much ground there. In fact, we are all gaining it, except for Eddie and Chavo. They let us down a little bit. Kennedy dropped 1, but that's not a big deal. So we take a look at our Power 15. Not much change in here. Nothing really significant anyways. Super Crazy's never going to make it on this list, so no one has to worry about falling off. But I hope you enjoyed this episode of SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 GM mode. Next episode will be the Backlash pay-per-view. It's going to be a big one, the first pay-per-view of the series. We got to make it big. We have to go hard or go home. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, keep on YouTubing.